All right, so today we're diving into the world of Verner Panton,
Oh, yeah.
the Danish designer who, well, I mean, you look at his furniture and
Yeah.
interiors, and you just think, whoa.
It's out there,
It's like walking into a piece of art.
right?
It's bold colors and kind of futuristic shapes, and we've got a bunch of articles here
Yeah.
all about his life and his work, and wow, how he still influences designers today.
And you know what's so interesting about Pan is like he was working at a time when design was all about clean lines,
Right.
functionality.
Post-war era.
Yeah, it was like practicality and austerity. And then here comes Panton just like shaking things up, this
Yeah.
explosion of color and
Yeah.
these like whimsical, almost organic shapes.
Yeah, it's almost like he was rebelling
Yeah.
against the design norms of his time.
Yeah.
But let's back up a bit.
Okay.
What about his early life?
Okay.
What shaped his vision?
Well, he was born in 1926 in Denmark, and it seems like his parents were really supportive
Okay.
of his creative interests.
I mean, that can make all the difference, can't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, huge.
Huge.
And he went on to study architecture, which is where he encountered, like, the big names.
Right.
Like Arne Jacobsen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the mastermind behind the ant chair.
The ant chair. Oh, yeah. A design classic.
Totally.
That's so cool that he actually worked with Jacobsen early in his career.
Yeah. And even then, you can see him developing his own distinct style.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
He wasn't content to just follow trends.
Right.
He was already experimenting with new forms and materials,
Uh-huh.
pushing the boundaries of what furniture could be.
And then, of course, he comes out with the Panton chair.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that chair
That's the one.
is instantly recognizable.
It's in museums, it's in design stores, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's true. It's a true icon.
Yeah, and designed in 1960.
Yeah, 1960.
And more than that, it was a technological marvel for the time.
Imagine, like, trying to make a chair
I know.
out of a single piece of molded plastic. Back then, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy.
I know we see molded plastic everywhere now.
I know.
But back then,
It was revolutionary. It
revolutionary.
really pushed the boundaries of what was possible with this, like, relatively new material.
Yeah.
And Panton, he had to work closely with manufacturers to figure out how to make his vision a reality.
Right.
And the result is this chair that was not only visually stunning, but it's also incredibly functional. It's
Yeah.
stackable, comfortable, durable.
Right. And he was also one of the first designers to really embrace bold,
The color.
vibrant colors
Yes.
in furniture and interiors.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine a time when color was considered like too out there
I know.
for furniture.
Right.
But I guess that was the prevailing attitude.
Yeah, it was a stark contrast to
Yeah.
the muted tones that were so prevalent in, like, post-war design.
Yeah.
But Panton saw color as more than just decoration.
Right.
He thought it could actually influence people's emotions and how they experience a space.
He was thinking about design on a much deeper level.
Yeah.
And not just how things look, but how they make you feel.
Exactly.
And then there are these Visiona installations,
Oh, yes.
these immersive,
They were amazing.
psychedelic environments that he created for Bayer, the German chemical company. We're talking like kaleidoscopic color, inflatable furniture, swirling patterns.
Yes.
The whole thing designed to be a total sensory experience.
They were wild.
Wait, they were on a riverboat on the Rhine.
They were.
Okay, that is just incredible.
It's like something out of a science fiction film.
Yeah.
Like a glimpse into a futuristic utopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Visiona installations were like stepping into a Panton-designed dream world.
Wow.
And they really captured the spirit of, like, the late 60s and early 70s,
Yeah.
this sense of experimentation, optimism,
Yeah.
this fascination with the future.
But it wasn't just furniture and interiors.
Right.
He also designed lighting.
Oh, yeah, some remarkable lighting.
The Panthella lamp.
Yes.
Like a glowing sculpture.
His lighting designs were just as innovative as his furniture. He used geometric and organic shapes
Uh-huh.
to create these, like, sculptural pieces that were both functional and beautiful.
Right.
The Panthella lamp with its, like, iconic mushroom shape and the diffused light.
Right.
It's still one of his most popular designs today.
It's a true classic, and, looking through these articles,
Yeah.
it's clear that Panton's wasn't just a one-hit wonder.
No.
He had range.
Yeah.
He did hotels.
Mm-hmm.
He did publishing houses.
Mm-hmm.
Take the Astoria Hotel, for example.
Okay.
He designed the topaz lamp specifically for that project.
He did, and it's a great example of how he integrated lighting
Yeah.
into the overall design of a space.
Right.
The topaz lamp with its like cascading rings of light,
Right.
it complements the hotel's modern aesthetic perfectly.
And then there's the Spiegel Publishing House in Hamburg.
Oh, yes.
Some of his original
They're
designs
still there.
are still in use today.
I know.
That's incredible longevity,
It really is.
especially for the design world, where trends come and go so quickly.
Yeah, and it's not just like a 4 pieces here and there.
No.
He designed entire areas of the building,
Really?
like the canteen, the swimming pool.
Wow.
You get a real sense of how Canton's vision extended beyond just individual objects
Right.
to encompass like entire environments.
And speaking of entire environments,
Yeah.
the private house at Binningen,
Oh, yes,
I mean, from what I've read, it's practically a Panton showroom
it is.
filled with his iconic furniture and lighting design.
It's like stepping into one of his Visiona installations,
Okay,
but like on a smaller, more intimate scale.
I see.
And it really shows how his designs, which are so bold and unconventional,
Yeah.
could also create like a sense of warmth and livability.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here,
Yeah, we have.
but I feel like we're just scratching the surface
We are,
of Panton's world.
definitely.
It's amazing to me how Panton's use of color wasn't just about aesthetics,
Yeah.
just making things look nice.
Oh, it was way deeper than that.
It was almost philosophical, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. He really considered color to be a powerful tool, like a way to create specific moods
Right?
and influence how people experienced a space.
Yeah.
And it's a far cry from simply choosing colors that, look nice together.
Right.
He was thinking about the psychological impact,
Right.
the emotional resonance of color.
So he was like using color to tell a story,
Yeah,
to create a narrative within a space.
exactly. And that's where his like rebellious approach to design really comes in.
Okay.
He was challenging the very notion of what furniture and interiors should be.
Right.
He didn't see design as just functional.
Yeah.
It was about creating experiences, evoking emotions, transforming spaces into something truly unique.
I mean, can you imagine the reactions he got
Oh, I'm sure.
when he first unveiled some of those designs?
Yeah, I bet there were plenty of raised eyebrows.
Those vibrant, almost psychedelic designs.
But that was Panton,
Yeah.
always pushing boundaries, always provoking,
Right.
always challenging people's perceptions.
And for those who were open to it,
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, yeah.
Like this burst of energy
Especially
in a world that was still recovering from the post-war years.
Exactly.
It was a different time, wasn't it?
Yeah, the world was changing so rapidly
Right.
in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, there was that sense of optimism,
Yeah.
of possibility,
Totally.
breaking free from the old constraints.
And Panton's work really embodies that spirit.
It really does.
His designs were futuristic,
Yeah.
even utopian in a sense.
Yeah.
They reflected this belief that the future could be brighter, more colorful.
More experimental.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier his fascination with organic shapes.
Yeah.
We see this in the Panton chair. We see it in the Panthella lamp.
Yeah.
So many of his design.
It's everywhere.
Was this just purely aesthetic, or was there something deeper going on?
Oh, well, Panton was deeply inspired by nature.
Okay.
He saw beauty in the natural world,
Oh, great.
the way things grow and evolve organically.
Right.
But he wasn't simply copying shapes from nature.
I see.
He was translating those organic principles into his work,
Okay.
creating these designs that felt fluid, dynamic, almost alive.
It's like he was capturing the essence of nature,
Yeah,
its energy and vitality, and infusing that into his designs.
exactly. And that's one of the things that makes his work so timeless. It's
Yeah.
not tied to any specific trend or style.
Right.
It has this inherent quality that transcends time.
Right.
It connects us to something deeper, something primal.
And he wasn't just creating individual chairs or lamps.
Yeah.
The Astoria Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great example
A perfect example.
of his holistic approach to design.
Exactly. He wasn't just concerned with like the furniture or the lighting.
Right.
He wanted to create a total sensory experience
Yeah.
where every element from the color palette to the textiles worked together harmoniously.
It's fascinating how he used different shades of red throughout the hotel
Yeah.
to create this warm, inviting atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not a color you typically associate with hotels, but
Nah,
it works so well in this context.
it does.
It really shows his intentional use of color
Right.
to create a specific mood or ambiance.
Yeah. And don't forget, his playful side.
Oh, yeah.
He incorporated inflatable seating elements made from transparent plastic,
In the Astoria.
adding a touch of whimsy to the space.
Oh, yeah. He loved to have fun with his designs.
That's such a Panton move.
Is.
Unexpected,
It's playful.
yet somehow still sophisticated.
Yeah.
And speaking of pushing boundaries,
Yeah.
the Spiegel Publishing House,
Oh, that was a huge project.
I mean, that was a massive project.
Yeah, he designed everything.
From the canteen to the swimming pool,
The whole thing.
really immersing the entire space in his vision.
It was a testament to his ambition.
Yeah.
And his ability to think on a grand scale. It
Right.
wasn't just about designing like individual rooms or pieces of furniture.
Right.
It was about creating an entire world.
Yeah.
A microcosm of the Panton universe.
And some of those designs are still there today.
I know, it's amazing.
After all these years.
It really speaks volumes about the enduring quality of his work.
Yeah, it's not just trendy or fashionable.
Right.
It has this timeless elegance that continues to resonate with people.
It gives you a sense of what it must have been like to work in that space.
Yeah.
Surrounded by Panton's creations, immersed in his world.
I'm getting a little envious, to be honest.
I know
To
it.
be able to experience those spaces firsthand,
It would be amazing.
his creativity just seems boundless.
Yeah.
And his designs have this way of transporting you to another place, another time.
Yeah, he had this incredible ability to combine whimsy and sophistication, creating designs that were both playful and elegant.
Yeah.
His work is a reminder that design can be both functional and inspiring,
Right.
that it can elevate our everyday lives
Right.
and transform the spaces we inhabit.
It's amazing how he managed to capture the spirit of an era,
Yeah.
but at the same time, his work feels so relevant today.
Yeah, it really does.
With all this talk about his unconventional approach,
Yeah.
I'm curious,
Uh-huh.
did he ever face criticism
Oh, of course.
from, like, the design establishment?
Yeah, anytime you challenge the status quo,
Yeah,
you're bound to encounter resistance.
right.
And remember, this was a time when Danish design was still largely defined by minimalism
Right.
and functionality.
Right.
So Panton's, vibrant colors and organic shapes,
Right.
they were definitely a departure from the norm.
Yeah, I can imagine some people dismissing his work as being too flashy or too trendy.
Oh, I'm sure.
But clearly, Panton's vision has stood the test of time.
Oh, yeah,
His work is just as relevant and inspiring today
absolutely.
as it was when it was first created.
It's a testament to the power of originality,
Yeah.
not being afraid to break the mold
Right.
and challenge conventions.
Right.
Panton's designs are a reminder that sometimes the most unconventional ideas
Yeah.
are the ones that have the most lasting impact.
Okay. I'm starting to see a recurring theme here.
Uh-huh.
Panton was a visionary.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid to push boundaries.
Nope.
And his designs have this incredible ability to transport us,
Yeah.
to evoke emotions,
Uh-huh.
to make us think differently about the world around us.
Yeah.
But there's still so much more to uncover.
There is.
So Panton's designs really feel tied to those cultural shifts of the 60s and 70s,
Totally.
but they still feel so relevant today.
It's true. It's like the space race,
Yeah.
pop art exploding,
Uh-huh.
technology advancing at like this crazy pace. There was this sense of like boundless optimism
Right.
about the future,
Right.
and Panton's work just captured it.
Yeah, and he wasn't just reflecting those trends.
Yeah.
He was like shaping them,
Totally.
pushing the boundaries of what design could be.
Absolutely. He wanted people to like rethink
Yeah.
their relationship with their surroundings,
Uh-huh.
to see furniture and interiors
Right.
as more than just functional objects,
Right.
turn them into experiences,
Yeah.
into expressions of like art and personality.
And then you have his work for Bayer,
Oh, yeah.
the Visionaux installations.
Runs were incredible.
I mean, here you have this cutting-edge material, plastic,
yeah.
and he transforms it into these fantastical environments.
Yeah, it was really smart of Bayer
Right.
to like showcase this new material.
Uh-huh.
And they had Panton create these like immersive experiences, these like
Mhm.
otherworldly spaces
Right.
that demonstrated the potential of plastic in a way that no one had seen before.
It's like he was saying, look what we can do with this.
Right.
We can create entire worlds.
And he did it in such a Panton way, like
Yeah.
embracing the material's flexibility,
Uh-huh.
creating these organic forms
Right.
that would have been impossible with traditional materials.
So he was using this new technology
Yeah,
to further his artistic vision,
exactly.
showing how design could be both innovative and expressive.
Yes, the Visionaux installations were truly ahead of their time.
Yeah.
These immersive experiences designed to engage all the senses,
Right.
A glimpse into a Panton-designed future.
I mean, even James Bond was sitting on Panton furniture.
That's right.
The Panton Nova seating system he designed for that restaurant
Uh-huh.
ended up in The Spy Who Loved Me.
Talk about iconic,
Right.
yeah, and those modular geometric shapes.
Yeah.
So characteristic of his style.
Right.
Perfect for a restaurant setting.
Yeah.
Functional, flexible,
Right.
and with that futuristic look that was so in tune with the times.
Right. And then the flower pot lamp.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those brightly colored geometric shapes.
Yes.
Total nod to the flower power movement
Yeah.
of the late 60s.
He had this knack for taking, like, the design trends of the era
Yeah.
and infusing them with his own unique sensibility.
It's like he took those popular trends and elevated them,
Yeah.
giving them a sense of playfulness and sophistication that was all his own.
Totally.
So we've seen how Panton's work was a reflection of his time,
Right.
how he embraced new technologies and really pushed the boundaries of design.
Uh-huh.
But what about his legacy today? His influence felt in the world of contemporary design?
His impact is undeniable.
Yeah.
I mean, look around. You see his influence everywhere.
Yeah.
The resurgence of bold color and pattern,
Uh-huh.
the use of organic shapes and playful forms,
Right.
the focus on creating immersive experiences.
It's like his ideas have come full circle
Totally.
and are more relevant now than ever.
That's because Panton's work was always about more than just aesthetics.
Right.
He understood the power of design to shape our experiences,
Right.
influence our emotions, and challenge our perceptions of the world.
So as we wrap up our deep dive
Yeah.
into the world of Verner Panton,
Uh-huh.
what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener walks away with?
I think the most important thing to remember is that design is more than just making things look pretty.
Right.
It's about creating meaningful experiences,
Yeah.
expressing yourself and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
Panton showed us that design can be a powerful force for change
Mm-hmm.
and inspiration.
Well, that's a fantastic thought to leave our listeners with.
Thanks.
And maybe this deep dive will inspire them to see the world with a little more Panton-esque wonder,
That would be great.
to embrace bold colors and playful forms, and approach design with a sense of adventure and possibility.
It's a good way to live.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey
Yeah.
through the world of Verner Panton.